Stop me if you heard this before, but Ricky Pearsall is injured and will miss time in training camp. This is routine. Routine for this guy. Except now, this is the most alarming of any year he's entered training camp. Whereas before, it was a shoulder, then a hamstring again last year. To now, it's his knee. The same knee that he injured last season, his PCL around, week 4? Turns out he's dealing with some swelling in that knee, and he's held out of camp. There's no timetable for his return. But according to the 49ers, what they said to reporters is they're concerned, and they're weighing all their options. And the moment you hear concerned and all your options is surgery's on the table. And if surgery's on the table, is he going to be out for the season? It feels that way. I'd be shocked if we're going to see Ricky Pearsall again this season for the 49ers. I'd be shocked. And if we are, is he going to be half of himself? This is just insane. How is this guy always getting hurt? There was no detail in exactly what the treatment plan for him other than time off is going to help, being away from football. No one said if there was going to be like some intense rehab, some procedures, or invasive surgery, whatever. And then obviously when it comes to PCO, it's not as cut and dry as an ACL. Like, oh, you blew your knee out. Guess what? You're 9 to 12 months. That's straightforward. We already know there's nothing really tricky about that. And I myself have torn my ACL. I know there's nothing tricky. And if these guys who are multimillionaires, who have all the support in the world versus I don't got anywhere 1% of that, they can come back. They'll be fine. But PCLs are tricky. They're very tricky. You know, remember, what was that? I think that was the injury that Christian McCaffrey hurt in 2024 in that Bills game. He landed on it, wasn't the same, but shut him down. So I think with this one with Ricky Pearsall is, what was the alternative? There's going to be a lot of demanding questions that we're just not going to get answered to. Did they try everything? Now you may say, like, dude, this is a multi-billion-dollar organization, NFL athlete. Of course they did. Are we sure? You're going to trust the 49ers of all teams in the league about injuries, maintenance, care? No, I don't think so. Hell no. You're tripping if you're going to believe that team. If you're going to put your faith in them. Benefit of the doubt's one thing, but fully believe them? Stop. Come on. Really? This is insane. And maybe it's just an isolated incident. Although given the track record of the 49ers, probably not. But in this case, everything's going to be looked at as like, why was he not prepped? What was all this time off for? He's been gone for 6-7 months. I don't know. It just feels like maybe they didn't do enough, but I'm hoping as the days go by, there'll be clarity in the information of what actually could have been done. Was surgery not an option before? Why is it an option now? It's just so bizarre. And now it's like a guy who was entering a prove-it year, make it break it season. He needed to show health. He needed to show talent, promise, in order for the 49ers to pick up his 5th-year option. And now, with the way this is going, hell no, they're not going to pick up that 5th-year option. Absolutely not. You're out of your mind. Now he's going to enter 2027, assuming is he going to be fully fit? With pretty much vying for his NFL career, not just his roster spot, his NFL career. It's just brutal. And you can't shake this guy. I've already been saying it since last season. He's injury prone. And now if you see this further, it's just, what are you going to say now? You can't rely on this guy. You can't. And, shame on, I was holding out hope. Shame on me. Shame on any of us who wanted to give him the benefit of doubt that he was going to do something this year. Because this is not surprising. Is anyone surprised to hear, hey, Ricky Pearsall missed time. It's his knee. The same one as last year. No. And if you are, then my goodness, I got $1 million mansion to sell you or something, whatever. Because this is not surprising. This is who he is. This is the reality. He deserves zero faith, zero hope, zero confidence. And the 49ers should move on. Because now what this does is this is official. He's a wasted pick. He's a whiff. I don't want to say draft bust just yet, but he's knocking on the door. But he's definitely a whiff. Whatever you projected him to be it's gone. It's dead. It's dead in the water. Okay, so now what do you do now with the 49ers? You're relying on him to be the number 2 wide receiver. It was going to be prime for him to be a pretty solid year with Mike Evans taking everything off the attention. He gets lesser matchups. It was going to be great, barring health. And now it's gone. I think obviously the first thing that comes to mind is, hey, rookie Deshaun Stribling, let's see what you got. You've been promising, you've been pressing people. Brock Purdy has gone as far as to say he's earned my trust to the fullest. And Brock Purdy's not a guy who's just going to put on airs like that for a rookie. If he says it, he's going to mean it. So that says something like, okay, this guy's mature. He's getting it. He's clicking in the offense. He's not struggling, which is pretty typical of a rookie or just a young player in general. Entering the 49ers offense is a very complex system. So he's getting it. Okay, cool. Now let's see if you can up it. Let's see if you can expedite that and make an impact, because we need you to be probably our number 2 or to share that role. And now if you're the 49ers, you suddenly feel more validated, vindicated for making that pick that many people criticize, I myself including, because now in hindsight, it's like, wow, look at you geniuses. Especially if he performs well this year, all of a sudden it's like, wow, what a hell of a pick. What the hell do we know? This is one of the rare times that the 49ers got a second-round skill position player right. But is he going to be able to pick it up and step up the next few weeks, depending on Pearsall's gone for a foreseeable future the whole season? It's a lot to ask of him, and it's probably unfair, but this is NFL. No one gives a damn about fair. This is what's going to happen. We need you now. Otherwise, you're looking at maybe DeMarcus Robinson stepping up. Does he pick off where he left off from a nice playoff run, even though it was just that one game against the Eagles? Does Jacob Cowing step up? Jordan Watkins? Where are you guys at? Let's see. Because I can tell you what's probably already on the table that they're strongly considering: reuniting with Deebo Samuel. I said signing him doesn't make sense because the 49ers had to see what was actually on the roster, and sure enough, they're already seeing what's on it. First off, it was actually Christian Kirk. It's like, sure enough, he's hurt again. He's missing time. Shocker. No one's surprised about that. And I guess the same thing's the same with Ricky Pearsall. No one's surprised by this. They're losing bodies already. We're not even through a whole week of camp yet. Pads haven't even come on. So this is outrageous. But also typical, not just of these players, but of the San Francisco 49ers in training camp. These guys are never going to beat the allegations, and it makes you wonder how come no one ever questions the head of health or head of training staff, anything, whatever that role may be. His name escapes me. It's kind of crazy how no one puts that guy under the microscope, under the fire, but we're going to look at a stupid-ass substation. Like, sure, let's blame it on the substation and not the guy who's head of training, head of health, whatever. You know? These guys can't figure it out. And it's getting worse and worse. Or there's no reason to believe that's going to get any better. Hell, I bet you as I'm done with this video, or if you guys watch it the next day or two, you're going to be like, hey, 3 more players ended up on there. Because guess what? It wasn't just Pearsall that was announced as an injury. Malik Mustafa has hamstring strain. He's got the carnitas hamstring. And while it's not really that big of a concern, hamstring injuries are tricky when you come back. They're the biggest jokester injury in the world. Like, you think you're okay, and sure enough, 2 days later, oh, here we go again. I'm back. Jordan James fractured his ribs on day 2 of training camp. There weren't pads on. How the hell did he fracture it? Was someone being overly aggressive? And when they're going to do his wrap-up, that collision, the helmet, because those helmets suck, hurt. Anyone who's played tackle football, I don't care what profession, junior year, high school, college, like, you get your hand or anything, just even a light smack, that's going to hurt like crazy. So imagine just getting your ribs on there where there's nothing protecting you. God. So that sucks for him. He was the direct backup. Now all the onus is going to fall on rookie Kalen Black. Another rookie who the Niners are going to have to be like, hey, let's see what you got. Let's see if we're validated, vindicated on this. This is just bizarre. But I really shouldn't say that because it's not. I just think you kind of hold out hope that it's going to change. At least for one of those injury-prone guys like Ricky Pearsall, but it's not. This is who he is now. And maybe something was handled wrong or not enough, or maybe this is just it because he's just an injury-prone guy. 49ers whiffed on the pick, and it's looking more and more like a bust. Everyone wants to call him that. I hear you. Don't blame you. But any hope on them, future 49er, this was his year, and it's probably going to be gone. I wouldn't be shocked if we hear soon that he needs surgery or is out for the majority of the time. It's brutal, but whether he comes back or not, he's unreliable. Put no hope in him.